Hello and welcome to another video. Thank you very much for choosing to watch this. We hope you find this at least a little bit interesting.
Yeah, today's video is going to be about what our assets are worth. So I think it's good to just take stock of what you have and kind of see the value of things and how they change every so often. So we're hoping to do this every month, and this is what it is for April.
We've broken this into 4 sections, as you can see there. So first one is savings, and then investments, home equity, and anything else.
So starting with savings, so we've separated this further into kind of long-term and short-term savings.
So long-term savings is kind of emergency funds, things that we haven't particularly earmarked for a particular purpose, money that we're hoping we won't need to use anytime soon, hopefully for at least kind of 5 years or so. And yeah, hopefully it's just money that will be able to sit there. Hopefully we won't ever be in a situation where we need to rely on it to top up income if we lost our job, but that's kind of the purpose of it, and it's good to have it there for peace of mind, I suppose.
Yeah, and if once we've retired, it's still there, then it will be good amount of money that we can then use to kind of go on a big holiday or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the long term, and then the short term money is kind of still savings, but saving for particular things for particular purposes. And this is money that we will be planning to kind of spend in the next couple of years. So yeah, things like
A new tumble dryer, or saving for a new phone that we'll probably want in the next year or two. Things that have kind of been earmarked for a particular purpose.
Yeah. So in total, that is 51,984. So that's the savings.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to investments.
Again, this is broken down into stocks and shares, some crypto, and pension. So starting off with stocks and shares.
So, 24,546. And if you'd looked at this last month, it would have looked a lot different. But that is the joys of investing. We've got a few kind of different ways that we invest. The bulk of our investments are in kind of ETF funds, which are tracking kind of various different markets. We do a little bit of kind of dividend investing, so targeting mostly UK companies that pay dividends with this kind of hope that we can kind of get an income from it, a regular kind of income from that. And then we've got a few kind of experimental kind of things that we've decided we liked the look of, or we that might have been kind of good investments. And yeah,
hoping to find the next Amazon.
Exactly.
Not quite found it yet.
Not found it yet at all. But so yeah, that's our kind of investments in terms of stocks and shares. Then
we've got a bit of crypto again. This because of things going on in the world. Let's say this is not worth as much as it was a few weeks ago. But we kind of went into this with a view that it might come good, and it's still up from what we invested. But I think particularly with crypto, you have to go in and not be relying on a return. You've got to be able to potentially think, I may not get anything back, I guess. It's so volatile. But we're just kind of holding on to that at the moment, hoping that it goes back up somewhere where it was before.
And then the final thing is our pensions. Now, yeah, the bulk of this is kind of work pensions, but we are kind of supplementing it or trying to kind of build up a kind of private pension, because our work pensions won't be available until quite a lot later on in the retirement, and we would like to kind of hopefully semi-retire at least,
Yeah.
if not fully retire, before that is available. So so that's
And
kind
they
of
keep pushing it back, the amount of years that you have to work.
yes,
It's quite depressing.
very much so.
Not that it's particularly close anyway, but I wouldn't mind betting it'll be even further away anyway.
When you're 90, you can
Yeah,
retire.
definitely.
So yeah, those are our investments, and then home equity. So this is
This is effectively the value of our house minus what we owe on it. With the mortgage, we use Zoopla as a kind of valuation tool for the house. It's possibly not the most accurate thing that you could have, but it's all that we have available to us at the moment, and so we keep a kind of close-ish eye on that, and
as we're kind of paying the mortgage off, and as we're making the overpayments, we are seeing a change in obviously how much we own in the house, and so it's quite nice to see. It kind of makes it feel a bit more like the sacrifices are worthwhile, because we're getting something back from it.
Moves very slowly, unfortunately, but
yes,
we'll get there in the end.
Hopefully, yep, that's the plan. And then the other category, we don't own any gold bars
or watches.
But we can dream. So at the moment, the only kind of other asset is our car,
which doesn't look like that.
Definitely doesn't look like that. So yeah, the value of that, based on Auto Trader, is 13,260.
The car was bought a couple of years? No, not
last year.
Last year, we bought it from a dealership. Effectively, it was pretty much new. The only person that had been driving it was someone who worked at the dealership. So it was a good deal. Pretty new, with very few miles on it.
But because it wasn't brand new, we didn't have to pay the full kind of price. So yeah, it was good, kind of a bit of a bargain there.
I think second-hand cars these days are, what am I trying to say? They hold their value quite a lot. So I think it's not. I don't think it's the terrible investment that it used to be. So that's what it's worth at the moment.
So with all that in mind, our total is 515,588.
Correct. Well read.
So yeah, which I kind of surprised me, really.
Yeah, I think it feels a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it looks a lot there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I feel that day to day, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess a lot of it is tied up in things for the future, or in the house, and those are not things that you can access, really.
It's not cash, really, is it?
No. But yeah, that's I feel like that's quite a solid.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to kind of see how it's changing over the kind of months and maybe probably years, but how things change with it. It'd be good when the stock market goes back to where it was before. That would be very nice.
And the house is a bit more, worth a bit more.
Yeah.
Paid off a bit more of the mortgage.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our goals. But yeah, that's what our assets are worth as of April. So thank you very much for watching, and if you're still here, thank you very much. And please feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll get some more videos out for you in the near future.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.